Ein Autor sagte mal, ich habe immer wieder gehört, dass Geld spricht. Aber das Einzige, was mein Geld sagt, ist auf Wiedersehen. Geld kommt und es geht viel schneller, als wir es reinkommen. Aber wie können wir wirklich erfolgreich darin sein, etwas zur Seite zu legen für das, was noch auf uns zukommt? Und was sind diese Sachen in Zukunft, auf die wir wirklich achten sollten? Hier auch hat unser Freund Larry ein paar Gedanken. Ich lade dich ein, dir das anzuschauen, das zu nehmen, was dir helfen kann.
One thing I think is really important when it comes to managing money is to be a lifetime learner in how to manage money. It takes a long time to learn what things mean, like discounted cash flow, annuities, savings, different kinds of savings programs. And so it's important for us to learn as much as we can about how to manage money. In addition to that, studying the Bible helps us understand God's perspective on money. So if we become a lifetime learner on how to manage money, it helps us do it wisely. We can err in many ways. We can err in foolish spending or foolish hoarding. We can err maybe even in too much giving, depending on what our other needs are. So trying to balance all those out means that we need to have a good comprehension of what money management is. And it takes time to do that, and it takes effort. Some people say, well, I don't really want to know anything about managing money, just give me the money and let me spend it. And the problem is with that is it doesn't work. We have to become students, and I call it lifetime learning, where we learn as we develop and grow and how to manage money. One of the most important things in our lives was when I crossed 50. For the first time in our lives, we became debt-free. We paid off our mortgage of our house. We didn't mortgage any cars. We didn't have any credit card debt. We had zero debt, and allowed us freedom to do things that we would not otherwise have done. But that's not easy to get to that point. It means that we have to be disciplined in doing that. But it allows us, once we get there, it allows us the opportunity to help people in need. And so that, I think, is a really important part of money management. I think savings is needed in several areas. One, for children's education, for college. I'm a firm believer that the best gift you can give your children is to give them a college education without charge, without cost to them, because it allows them to excel in areas that they're specifically wired to do. Another area is, of course, retirement. You can't always be an earner. At some point, you will be in a point where you will have to live on your savings. And to be prepared for that, either in retirement programs or setting money aside, definitely needs to be a part of savings. We also need to save for things that happen that are unexpected. The hot water heater goes out, or the furnace needs to be replaced. Major events. There's a hailstorm that takes off the roof. We need to be prepared for those events. So we need to have resources available to take care of those special events. The third one is to invest. It's really important to invest conservatively. If we invest unwisely, we run the risk. We may make a lot of money, but we may lose a lot of money. So it's important in the investing program that we balance it out with the risks that are associated with that. I think the most important thing in trying to avoid hoarding and waste is to think about God's kingdom. How can I invest in God's kingdom that maximizes the resources that I have? And if we go back to the concept of leverage, that allows us to do that. And so trying to keep a perspective of God's kingdom, how are we participating in God's kingdom to build it and to invest in it. And again, our primary objective is to invest in young people because we believe that's the future. It's the future of Germany. It's the future of the world. Yeah, I think it's important to, when we do invest, that we invest according to what God has given us. There are certain amounts that we can invest in higher risk opportunities. Then there are other things that we can invest that are lower risk. For instance, certificates of deposit normally are lower risk. We particularly like to invest in preferred stock because it's lower risk. On the other hand, we have taken an investment in a startup company which specializes in artificial intelligence. That's a pretty high risk investment, and you don't want to invest in that kind of an investment without being able to lose it. And if it goes well, it could be great. If it doesn't go well, we can still survive.